a tragic day for SFO, for San Francisco, for everyone. We'll provide as much information as we're able to at this time. The city leaders are here together, the mayor, fire chief, police chief. I'd like to turn it over to the mayor now to say a few words.
Thank you, John. Good afternoon. First, let me say that on behalf of the people of San Francisco, our thoughts and our prayers are with all of the passengers on the Asiana Airlines Flight 214 from South Korea. We're deeply saddened by this incident, and our hearts and our friends are with our friends and our families of those that are affected. Ladies and gentlemen, this is still a fluid and active scene. Not everyone has yet to be accounted for. Our first responders responded immediately to this incident, and Bay Area hospitals, some 9 of them, including San Francisco General, are treating those with injuries, and we will continue to monitor their conditions. I've just spoken with Deborah Hersman, who's the chair of the National Transportation Safety Board, and she will be flying out here, and they will be investigating this incident. We're also in touch with our FBI agents as well. I have spoken, and he is here today, the Consul General from Korea, and we have relayed our city's sympathy to the people of the Republic of Korea. Consul General Han is here. The passengers and their families are our first priority, and we'll continue to provide them with the support that they need. Right now, I have with me Fire Chief Joanne Hayes, Police Chief Greg Sir, of course you heard from Director of our Airport John Martin, and Special Agent David Johnson from the FBI. And let me now turn it over to Doug Yeagle, who is the Public Information Officer for our airport, for more details.
Thank you. To confirm the flight information, again at approximately 11:27 a.m., Asiana Airlines Flight 214 experienced an incident coming into San Francisco Airport. This aircraft is a Boeing 777 aircraft. For a count of the passengers and the status of those passengers, I'm going to turn it over to San Francisco Fire Chief Joanne Hayes. Chief.
Thanks, Doug. Good afternoon, everyone. Joanne Hayes, San Francisco Fire Department. I wanted to let you know and emphasize again what Mayor Lee stated, obviously, and John Martin as well. The tragedy at San Francisco International Airport, but I want to assure you that the scene is now secured. It required the cooperation of multiple agencies. At approximately 11:34 a.m. this morning, San Francisco Fire Department, who operates the firefighting down here, we have 3 stations. We were called to the scene, as well as units from San Francisco, for what would have been categorized as a hard landing. So our crews responded post the landing, and our aircraft rescue firefighting equipment went to work right away, applied foam and water to the fuselage. When we had arrived on scene, the chutes had already been deployed, and we observed multiple numbers of people coming down the chutes and actually walking to their safety, which is a good thing. Still very active in terms of the coordinating all the numbers and so forth. I'm told the information we received from Asiana Airlines, their manifesto included 291 passengers with 16 additional crew for a total of 307. We had 48 initial transports from the scene to area hospitals, and that was both at San Francisco County and San Mateo County. It was a pretty even split, I believe 26 to San Francisco, 22 to San Mateo hospitals, for a total of 48. We also accounted for 190 people that were transported here to a safety zone here at San Francisco International. And I'm told, and again, these numbers are fluid, out of those 190, there are approximately 82 at this time that have been transported or are in the process of being transported. We do have some numbers that are under, some passengers that are unaccounted for, and that is something that is a work in progress. Our crews worked collectively and collaboratively with not only SFPD, but our brothers and sisters in the South Bay, made valiant efforts. We're actually on the plane doing some search and rescue attempts. And at 2:45 p.m. this afternoon, we turned our investigation and our efforts over to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, who will be working and coordinating with the NTSB. My understanding is that the scene is secured with the assistance of the SFPD, and at this time we are again working the numbers to determine exactly who's going where in transport. But there were a number, like I said, 190 of the passengers pretty much were self-evacuated or with assistance from emergency responders over here to San Francisco, and they were categorized as green, which means minor injuries. And I'm told that if 82 of the 190 were transported to the hospital, the other, which would, the math is about 108, would be declared not necessary to go to the hospital. That's all that we have at this time. Thank you.
Okay, command was transferred at approximately 2:45 hours to FBI agent in charge, Dave Johnson. Dave, did you wish to make any additional comments?
Thank you. I'm FBI Special Agent in Charge, David Johnson, and on behalf of the FBI, I want to convey that our thoughts and prayers are with all the flight's passengers and crew and their families. At this point in time, there is no indication of terrorism involved. The FBI will be working closely with the NTSB on this investigation to determine the cause of the incident. We currently have all of our resources available to assist in this investigation, and we will do all that we can to find out what occurred. I also want to thank you, to all the first responders for their quick response, our local, state, and federal partners for the work that they've done so far. Thank you.
I want to report as well that 2 of our 4 runways are back in operation, and we will hold another press update at approximately 5:30. And again, most of all, our hearts go out to the passengers and family members.
So are there any fatalities in this?
Yes, there are, and I failed to mention that. At this time, there are 2 fatalities associated with this incident.
Chief, how many are on account for?
We're still putting those numbers together at this time, so upwards of approximately 60 people at this time.
Upwards of 60 are unaccounted?
At this time,
60?
yes.
Is there a passenger list?
So the plane originated, I'm told, from Shanghai, China, with a stop in Seoul, Korea, and then the final destination was San Francisco International. Undetermined at this time.
Chief, can you once again just clarify these numbers just so we're all on the same page? 291 people on the plane. And you said 26 to San Francisco hospitals, 22 to San Mateo hospitals,
Yes.
correct? And then 60 unaccounted for. And the remainder were the names confirmed.
So again, this is a work in progress. There was 291 passengers that was given to us from the airline, with 16 crew for a total of 307. And we had approximately 48 transported, that's the 26 and the 22, to area hospitals. We had 190 that came here to San Francisco International. I'm told, and the number is changing, out of the 190, approximately 82 have been transported in addition. So that would be 130 transports total.
Transported to the hospital.
Correct.
So it was originally from Shanghai? How many from Shanghai?
That's my understanding. That came from someone from Asiana Airlines. That originally the plane started at Shanghai, China, to Seoul, Korea, to SFO, and that was provided by an
Do you have
airline.
an exact number from Shanghai?
No, I do not.
Are those 60 presumed dead?
Not at this time.
Are airplanes running right now, or is it just the runways are produced?
Yes, planes are landing and taking off. The 119 runways are in operation.
How many critical conditions?
So I know Mr. Martin from the airport that talked about a 5:30 press conference, and I know this is obviously of interest and concern to everyone, and